Around the world, museums, private collections, and dusty attics hold objects with reputations darker than their appearance suggests. These are the so-called cursed objects, items blamed for decades, even centuries, of bad luck, tragedy, and death. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, the stories surrounding these objects are powerful enough to terrify owners, inspire movies, and sometimes even keep them locked away from public view. Today we'll explore some of the most famous cursed items ever discovered, starting with a jewel worth millions and a legacy of misfortune. The Hope Diamond is one of the most beautiful gemstones in the world, a striking blue diamond weighing 45 carats. But its beauty hides a sinister past. The legend begins in India, where the diamond was allegedly stolen from the eye of a Hindu statue. The thief was said to have been torn apart by wild dogs, and the curse began. Over the centuries, the diamond passed through the hands of kings, socialites, and collectors, and left a trail of ruin behind. Owners reportedly suffered bankruptcy, violent deaths, and public disgrace. Even members of the French royal family were said to have fallen victim, including Marie Antoinette, who famously lost her head during the French Revolution. Today, the Hope Diamond is safely housed in the Smithsonian Institution, where millions view it every year. The museum insists the diamond is safe, but the stories still linger, casting a shadow over its brilliant blue surface. Our next cursed object might not be worth millions, but it's responsible for a chilling number of deaths, at least according to local legend. In the quiet town of Thirsk, England, there's a wooden chair known as the Busby Stoop chair. In the early 1700s, a man named Thomas Busby was convicted of murder and sentenced to hang. Just before his execution, he supposedly cursed his favorite chair, declaring that anyone who sat in it would meet an untimely death. Over the centuries, soldiers, pub-goers, and delivery men who dared to take a seat reportedly died in car crashes, accidents, or even war within days. The curse became so notorious that the local pub owner eventually donated the chair to a museum, where it's now hung high on a wall, safely out of reach. If the Busby Stoop chair is unsettling, the Dybbuk Box is downright terrifying. This small wooden wine cabinet gained infamy after being auctioned on eBay in the early 2000s. The seller claimed it was haunted by a Dybbuk, a restless spirit from Jewish folklore, and that it had caused a string of disturbing events. Owners reported nightmares, strange smells, sudden illness, and unexplained shadows in their homes. Some even claimed to hear voices whispering from inside the box. The legend inspired the 2012 horror film The Possession, and to this day, the box's current location is a closely guarded secret. Those who've encountered it say they'll never open it again, not for all the money in the world. Our final cursed site isn't a single object, but an entire archaeological wonder. The tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, guarded by the famous Terracotta army. Discovered in 1974, this massive underground complex contains thousands of life-sized clay soldiers, horses, and weapons, all buried more than 2,000 years ago. Local legend warns that disturbing the tomb would unleash a curse, and some believe that bad luck has already struck those involved in the excavation. Farmers who discovered the site reportedly lost their homes to government seizure. Several team members died unexpectedly, and a string of accidents plagued the project. Whether coincidence or curse, the tomb remains largely unopened, its central chamber still sealed, perhaps for good reason. Cursed objects fascinate us because they blur the line between coincidence and the supernatural. Are these stories true? Or do we weave curses around tragedies to make sense of them? Maybe it's just human nature to see patterns where none exist. Still, from glittering diamonds to humble wooden chairs, these objects carry legacies of fear that endure through generations. And whether you believe in curses or not, one thing is certain. Sometimes the scariest part of an object isn't what it looks like. It's the stories it carries. Comment, like, and subscribe for more. Weird laws, strange facts, and real-world oddities.